Hi, I'm Jennifer Bourne, and I'm so glad you're here. Today, I want to talk about finding your superpower, or learning how to identify your superpower, pursue your passion, and find your true genius work. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I discovered my superpower, combined it with my passion, and found my genius work. And then I'm going to walk you through the steps of how you can do the exact same thing. Now, I've been asked many times what my superpower is. Somehow, this question continually pops up as a non traditional, hip, fun way to identify someone. Now, I get it, you're trying to be creative, and kudos to you. But in all honesty, unless you're hosting a superhero themed event, I hate that question. The idea of a superpower trivializes the value that someone has worked their entire career to build. And making the assumption that it's a gift or an ability reduces meaningful titles or bios into just a few words that aren't very helpful. The question, what is your superpower, is also a pain to answer. I'm asked this most often by those who are booking me to speak. And this past fall, I was once again asked, so what's your superpower? And once again struggled to come up with an answer because I didn't really feel like I had a superpower. I needed an answer though, so I started brainstorming. I made a list of everything I could ever think of that someone has told me that I do well. And what I noticed was really interesting. How I reacted to what I was writing down was kind of shocking, right? In my reactions, I noticed a pattern. Every time I looked at something that someone else said that I did well, my imposter syndrome reared its ugly head and bubbled all up and gave me a reason why someone shouldn't have been impressed, or it didn't matter, or it wasn't a big deal. This was a little bit tough to swallow. I knew I had some imposter syndrome, but not that bad. I figured out that I downplay everything that other people think I do well because none of it seems very hard. And none of it seems very hard because I naturally see and create systems that make things easier, which means they run smoother, right? And life is easier. I also realized that the frustration I had at the jobs that I was at before I founded Born Creative came from inefficiency. My supervisors required me to do things the old way, the way things have always been done, or the hard way. And I naturally saw ways to do it easier or faster, and they weren't open to hearing about that. I finally understood at that point that systems rule my entire life. Now, my superpower is taking complex, messy, hard to understand items and turning them into simple, clean, easy to understand items. Systems allow me to take the complicated and make it simple. And if it's simple, it means doing the work is easier. And if the work is easier, eventually it's faster and it can be planned, scheduled, delegated, and automated. I use systems to manage my family and my household. My kids have systems. They have been following systems since they were teeny tiny toddlers. I have business systems set up in place that allows my agency to thrive. I have systems to manage my clients, and systems are how I get so much done with less stress and how I maintain a high level of profitability and enjoy so much freedom. Now, knowing what my superpower is, while eye-opening, doesn't do a lot for me on its own. It's not until I combine that superpower with my passion that I discovered my true genius work. The work that, I get lost in, that I excel out and find fulfillment in. So my superpower is creating systems. My passion is teaching, speaking, training, and mentoring. My genius work is teaching systems and strategies to freelancers and entrepreneurs so they can build successful, sustainable businesses while enjoying life along the way. I want to help you find out your superpower and your genius work as well. If you have yet to find clarity around your superpower, that one thing that you're incredible at, that comes easy and naturally and doesn't feel difficult, I want you to go through the same exercise that I did. Here's how to find your superpower. First, make a list of everything anyone has ever said that you do well, personally or professionally. These may be things that other people have said that you should offer as a service, or maybe that you should monetize, or things that they admire about you. Make a list of every project, task, or thing that you have done that has brought you joy, satisfaction, and fulfillment. List all the things that you love doing. Look at the skills needed for all of those items. Review those skills and look for those that are similar or that they show up often. If one skill doesn't dramatically stand out from the others, evaluate the top 3 and ask yourself what you enjoy most. Which comes the easiest? Which holds the most value for you and others? And then look at that and find out what your superpower is. Now, I think the reason it was so hard for me to figure out my superpower for so long was because I was trying to find one thing I did really well and make that be my superhero. But what I realized, or my superhero, my superpower, but what I realized is that I wasn't digging deep enough or looking at the things I did well historically. For example, when looking at one task like organizing blog content, it's easy to see on the surface that I'm good at architecting information, but that's not a superpower. What I couldn't see until I looked at a broad range of tasks is that the superpower underneath the surface skill, like is the systems, right? The reason I excel at architecting information is because I'm wired to see and create systems. When you are working to uncover your superpower, don't stop at those surface level skills. Dig deeper, peel back that onion, and look at what other skills did you have to use to complete the tasks at hand? What things did you already have to have a talent for, have to have a skill for, or experience in to make the things that you accomplished happen? Really look underneath the surface to find the skill that made those things easy for you to succeed and find joy in the work that you are doing. Now, once you know what your superpower is, you need to figure out what to do with it. The true benefit of knowing your superpower is being able to use it to do your true genius work. This is the work that you are the most brilliant at. It's often your core differentiator between you and your competitors. Your genius work is where your passion and your superpower meet. So write down one thing that you are the most passionate about, the thing that you would pursue if money were no object and no obstacles were standing in your way. Pair your superpower with your passion and look at how they intersect. How can these two things be combined to create work that you find joy in? When you understand your unique talents, your superpower, and you can use it to uncover the work that you were meant to do, the work that you find fulfilling and happiness in, and you find joy in, the work that you are so entrenched in doing that you forget to eat and you forget to pee, and you could do it all day long. It's an amazing feeling. Plus, understanding your superpower and your genius work also enables you to narrow down your focus, to identify your ideal client, to specialize in a niche, to create systems for your business. Plus, when you're clear at what you're great at, you produce better work, and others will be much more clear on who to refer to you. Understanding what you're fantastic at helps you differentiate yourself from others, helps you attract new clients because you're confident, and who doesn't love confidence? And it helps others refer new business to you. It also helps open the doors to new opportunities. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you uncover your superpower and genius work as well. And I hope you subscribe to this channel and tune in for more videos like this. Thanks a lot, and until next time, have a great day.